tackle boxers, gangsters, drug dealers. I mean, you wouldn't want to stay around theirs, would you? Well, guess what? I got an invite. I'm moving in with some of the country's most dangerous men, so we can find out how they sleep at night. And judging by this mob, there's gonna be tears before bedtime.
Sometimes it feels like the television and newspapers are full of nothing else.
Tonight, another shooting, another victim.
Two teenagers have been stabbed to death.
It's the latest in a series of shootings and stabbings in the air.
Stop now.
It seems to me that violent street crime has hit a crisis point.
Now, are the streets really awash with guns and knives?
Yet another murder scene in Brixton. It ended with an 18-year-old being stabbed to death.
I've got two daughters, a 13-year-old and a 2-year-old. I'm going to try and find out what kind of Britain they're going to be growing up in.
I'm going to spend a few days on the streets of Brixton to see if all the Daily Mail headlines are true. And I'm moving in with a former gangster with a rap sheet that reads like something from an Eminem lyric. Mugger, bank robber, crack dealer, you name it, he's done it.
Until just a few years ago, he was right in the thick of it. I mean, he was part of one of Brixton's most feared gangs.
I'm not meeting just another hoodie. Elijah Kerr was the top boy of the PDC, the Pill Den crew.
PDC was known for like robbing, probably drug dealing, and a few other things. It was kind of feared.
Some people feared us, some people loved us, some people hated us. It was just a crazy feeling.
Elijah was a boy of 12 when his career of violent crime began.
I might like went to a shop, robbed someone, kicked him, hit him in his head. That would be normal to me. If you get him away, then you're gonna get kicking or something. Because if I get caught, I'm going to prison. So don't get him away.
This whole hoodie generation thing frightens the life out of me. I don't understand it. Coming from where I come from, there was gangs around, but never to this level.
I thought that Black Scarface, and all my friends was with me, and they were doing the same things. They thought they was Black Scarfaces also. We've got like 10 black kids that think they're Black Scarfaces.
I don't really quite know whether I'm gonna have any sort of connection with this guy at all. I don't know. I mean, it's another world from me.
I've no idea what this is going to be like or what's going to happen. But I want to know more about life on the streets of Britain today.
How does someone end up as a gang leader by the age of 15? And why do you choose this gangster life? A life that for most doesn't last that long.
And it's at a makeshift memorial for another young life lost that I've arranged to meet Elijah. Just a mile or so from where he lives, flowers and tributes lie for the most recent young victim of a fatal stabbing. Reading the messages makes me think just how pointless all these deaths are. It's not long before Elijah arrives, and he's not alone.
Cut the pals right round him, didn't expect that, thought he would have been on his jack. And he said that ex-gang leader, what'd you expect? How you doing, bruv?
Yeah, nice to meet you, bruv.
Pleasure, man, thanks for coming to see me.
He introduces me to Maddox and Michael, both former members of the PDC.
Oh, this is a bit strong, first meeting with you.
Yeah, boy. It's normal, isn't it? You see that everywhere, like you see that on lampposts, on the street corners, that's what's normal now. Like, I think before people would have been, that would have been shocking before, but now it's just like, people probably walk past this every day and it's nothing.
A 16-year-old was stabbed to death at this spot just 1 week before I made this film.
That could have been me there. That could be any of us here. That could have been me right there. I'm saying those flowers could be for me. We've been in fights like that where that could have been, I could have got stabbed like that, or something could happen, I could have got shot in the head or something. Like, people was getting stabbed and shot, but it wasn't as highlighted as it is now. Like I remember someone getting shot back in the days, and it wasn't the news. Only we knew about it. Like it was just like a normal thing. Like, he got shot, alright.
Okay.
I thought I was gonna die around the 24, 25 years old. I thought I was gonna die around that age. So I was like, I'm gonna go to prison, probably come out, have like 4 more years to live. That was my attitude.
That's a mad mentality to
That
have
was my
that,
attitude.
to accept death.
That was my attitude. And I decided to say, you know what? Fuck the system. Fuck everyone. I don't care about no one. Fuck it.
It's hard to get my head around what he's telling me. He didn't seem to care about anything. Accepting that you're going to die in your 20s. How on earth did he get like that? It looks like I might not get a chance to get to know Elijah Kerr. I've not even been with him for an hour, and he and his 2 former gang members are stopped by the police.
So I've obviously just met up with Elijah. I've not been with him for more than, well, not even half hour yet. I'm following him around, and he's been tagged. Got a couple of chaps around him. The old Bill have pulled him already. Oh, shit. Well, another old Bill motor's turned up. I don't know what's going on here. It's a nightmare.
It makes me think, am I staying under the same roof as a former gangster, or an active one?
I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it's all going to be sweet. I hope he ain't got about fucking 20 guns in his motor. We're fucked. Fucking hell.
I'm deep in the heart of Brixton, South London. Living with Elijah Kerr, one of the town's most notorious former gangsters. I just don't understand the hoodie generation, so I'm here to find out how the gangster fantasy has become a reality. Getting involved in a dangerous and deadly lifestyle isn't my idea of fun.
I remember someone getting shot back in the days, and it wasn't the news. Only we knew about it. Like it was just like a normal thing. Like he got shot, alright.
He says he's a reformed character, but I'm not so sure. Because less than an hour after meeting him, he and 2 of his former gang members, who he was driving with, have been stopped by the old Bill.
I don't know what's going on. I'm hoping it's all going to be sweet. I hope he ain't got about fucking 20 guns in his motor. We're fucked. I'm just glad I'm not sitting in their motor. Usually I'll be driving about or something, but we decided to take the other car. Thank fuck.
There are 3 police cars and 5 officers. I think this might be serious.
Why you think lady come? She'll come. She's right
This
there.
car's being driven illegally. This gentleman hasn't got a driving licence, and that means he hasn't got a lot of insurance.
That's no need for that. They always got something to say all the time.
It's a tense situation. The banter isn't friendly.
Just because they know us, they say this what happens all the time. I'm saying.
I was going to say, I've been with you 20 minutes.
Exactly,
It's on you already.
There you go.
Got more old Bill and all. Fucking hell, bang on us.
Necessary.
That's why I don't.
You guys need anything out of this car? Do you need anything out?
All the cars that we own, they're high risk, so they're known for like drugs, guns, and all that. So obviously we get stopped all the time.
They've not found any drugs or guns, but Maddox, who's driving, doesn't have a valid licence or insurance. But it feels like there's more to this than meets the eye. It's more about who they are than just a traffic violation. The old Bill are obviously keeping a close eye on anyone with PDC connections.
Tries not on the floor, lying down and all that.
That's all we need. This is a mad one, this one. This is mental. Within the fucking first hour of meeting him, it's on us. The old Bill are on us. I mean, this is geezing us out of crime now as well, apparently. I mean, fuck me, imagine what it was like when he was running around fucking robbing people.
They claim they're legit, but I'm not sure that the police are so convinced.
This is what we have to go through every day. Every day. We're trying to change our lives, we've got jobs, like we're looking after our sons, and this is what's happening. We have to deal with attitude like that. That's why nobody deals with the police when they're asking for information, because they're doing things like this. They can't come to us with trust because they're doing things like this. You understand? This happens every day, and the youths all around here, they see it.
I'm seeing for myself just how tense it gets on the streets between those involved with the PDC and the law.
This is the thing about the police, and the fact they're so not from this area. They ain't really got a clue about living on a tough estate like this, so it's hard for them to have any connection with them, I would have thought, to talk to them on a level, because they're never going to be able to understand. They're just there to nick them. for whatever reason that may be. And I'm not knocking the police, you know what I mean? The police have got a tough job to do, especially in London. But it's about trying to get a balance and trying to get some sort of relationship with the people that live on the estate. That's how you make it a better place, I would have thought, than making them the enemy.
Welcome to the hood.
Welcome to South London.
Welcome to the estate.
So after all this, I'm left wondering, am I about to spend a couple of days with a reformed character or an active gangster? The first generation of the hoodie, who to me sounds like a really nasty piece of work.
It was fast, high risk, pushing, shoving, grabbing people down the floor. You kicked him in his head. Yeah, but I needed to get round him, innit? So what else am I supposed to do? That, to me, that wasn't dangerous at the time, that was just normal. The people that was doing it to, they must have thought, what the hell? They must have been like scared out their pants. It got to that kind of stage where we got that kind of power on the streets.
I'm with Elijah on the streets he once terrorised. He's taking me to where he grew up. His mother ran away from his first home in Birmingham to escape his violent father and was left to bring up 4 kids here on the notorious Angeltown estate. It seems like quite a nice place today, but as Elijah explains, 20 years ago it sounds like a madhouse.
At that time, I hadn't seen an estate before. I had music pumping out speakers. Yeah. Weed was just out, splitting, everyone was out. It was just drug dealers about. It was just like, I was like, fucking hell.
Elijah's new surroundings were far from normal. Their house had previously been a crack den.
Because it was a crack house, the dealers were still hanging about. See, there was times when we was in the park playing and we was being kids. Our surroundings are like people fighting, a lot of robbery talk, car thefts. From there, this went like, we went downhill.
Barely out of short trousers, Elijah's head was turned by the local gangsters who surrounded him, even though he knew it was wrong.
Most kids will look up, everything your dad does, you look and think, whoa, I want to be just like my dad. But when you ain't got that now, then you look around the corner, you look to this guy. This guy's got drug dealers, got all the cars, got all the girls. I want to be like him then.
So that kind of made us aspire to want the flashy stuff, the money, the girls, all that stuff. I'm saying, because we was all money motivated.
Girls and the money and cars. That whole kind of lifestyle, I'm saying that was appealing to me at the time. That's what you want, those things.
So crime provided a way for them to get what they wanted. And they formed a gang called the PDC, the Pill Dem Crew.
Pill Dem is like it's a Jamaican patois term for like robbing, taking. Like yeah, we're the Pill Dem Crew. Take what we want, we do what we want.
His crime career began with burglaries and muggings.
I wasn't scared to rob no one, young, old, whatever colour, any place, any time, I didn't care.
Aged 14 and still at school, he and the other members of the PDC soon graduated to shop and bank robbery. Elijah explained to me the simple method they used, which was known as stealing.
All you do, you fly over the counter, grab the money, and get the fuck out of here.
I can hardly believe at the age of 14 he was robbing banks. But then again, it wasn't exactly Ocean's 11.
All that movie stuff, nah. No papers on the table the night before and all that, it was none of that. It was a thing where we walk on the high road, let's do that one. Let's do that one, or let's do that one over there. It was on the spot thing.
So you wouldn't even scope the gaff first, you go, right, that bank over there.
Like, say if me and you was hitting, I would say, fuck it, look, there's Bartleys that come, let's go and do it.
They were boys getting involved in a man's game. They weren't very sophisticated, but they were very successful. I'm amazed when he reveals to me his biggest haul. He managed to grab 15 grand. He was just 15 years old.
So where did you keep your money? Where did you stash it? I mean, it's a lot of dough, that 15 bags.
The safest place for a young kid is on his bed, isn't it? You think that's the safest place in the planet, under your bed. You think that no one is gonna go on?
That's true.
As we walk the streets of Brixton together, I can see that he's clearly a face that's well known around these parts. Not surprising when you consider he was running one of the town's most notorious gangs.
If you see the police, Warner brother. Got it? Yeah, strong words.
At the height of his criminal days, clothes were a way for Elijah to show off his gangster status. It didn't matter what they looked like, it was all about what they cost.
Look at that fucking thing.
That's the stuff I was wearing back in the days. That's just kind of stuff. I didn't like the stuff, most stuff I was wearing. Like, bright, some of them was ugly, but it was Moschino and it cost like £700.
700 quid, you think, yeah, I'll have it.
That's the same. That's how it goes.
He was seduced by the gangster lifestyle. He was a kid who had nothing, so he went out and took it, and it gave him a newfound status.
It's like I had to prove something, prove that I was not gonna be like an ordinary guy being a bum. I'm gonna do something myself, and so that meant robbing and terrorising everyone, and I'm gonna do it.
Living the gangster lifestyle meant he was a regular at the Ministry of Sound, which in London in the mid-90s was the place to be seen.
When I was a kid, I could never get in.
Yeah.
No, they wouldn't let me in,
A lot of people don't get in, but because I think it was the way we was dressed. I was in Ministry of Sound as well. One time someone gave me a spliff, obviously, and then obviously I was smoking it, but it had a crack in it. At that point there, money in my pocket, champagne, Gucci, glasses, crack. I thought I was like the black Scarface, so obviously, and all my friends was with me and they were doing the same thing, so they thought they were black Scarfaces as well, so we've got like 10 black kids that think they're black Scarfaces, and that's what we was doing, like living the life.
You couldn't get any higher at that point. I mean, that's
it. I was at the top.
He might have been at the top, but it all came crashing in when at 16 he was caught in a botched robbery attempt. But it wasn't the probation centre this time, it was 18 months inside. Now, I've never done any bird, but it's got me thinking.
Actually, we've got a lot in common, both from a council estate. It's just that, you know, I obviously, you know, had the result where I had an outlet. I had something to channel my energy into, which was the acting side of things. So I had a way out. He didn't. So it could have so easily been the same path that I took, really. And, you know, it just makes me think about, you know, the other life that I could have had.
I'm keen to see where Elijah lives and where I'll be staying tonight. So we head back to his gaff. It's no drug baron's mansion. In fact, it's a tiny one-bedroom flat. He's never moved off the estate. And if he has stashed away any of his ill-gotten gains, he's certainly not splashed out on the decor. In fact, he openly admits he spunked it all away.
And I started thinking, what was I doing with this money? I started going back and thinking, okay, let me go back, rewind. Right, that Gucci thing was that much money, this was this. I bought that girl this, I bought this for that girl, I bought that ring, I bought this one. I'm calculating up and I'm thinking, oh, I spent a lot of money.
Out of the back of the flat, I noticed some empty, boarded up houses. It's from there that Elijah's convinced the police have been watching him.
I've seen the old building there before, just in there, look at my window. They knew that, I knew they was there. At least that's
fucking prime spot to watch as well, isn't it?
Now the police don't waste their time watching any Tom, Dick or Harry, so he's clearly a major figure to them. Because if they weren't watching him at the back, they were smashing his door in at the front.
I've noticed, obviously, the door's battered.
I'm saying.
So, how many times you had that kicked in?
Well, that's been kicked in on 5 times.
What with this and the incident with the old Bill earlier today, I'm not sure what to make of his reformed gangster story, nor do the police.
The policeman said to me, oh, you going legal now, yeah? Nah, we're not having it. That's what he said to me. All my life I've been playing a cat and mouse with them. It's like, these children are playing together for so many years and you've had enough, like, I don't want to play no more. And they're like, you can't do that. You can't just leave the game. We've got to finish it. It's supposed to end up like we're nicking you and you're like doing like life sentence or something. And then that's when we finish. If I was a policeman and I was in their shoes, I'd probably be doing the same thing that they're doing. I'd be like, he's doing something dodgy in the background. Once you're a criminal, always a criminal. But at the same time, because I'm not doing nothing, I haven't really got enough to worry about.
I'm not sure what to make of all this. Is he still up to no good? Or is he a victim of police harassment? Should I feel sorry for him? Or is there no smoke without fire? After all, this guy's got a serious record. And it's got me thinking about those who have really suffered in all this. So I had to ask him how he felt now about the innocent victims of his crimes.
Did you realise, you know, what you're doing is wrong?
And you know you're doing wrong, that's for straight, obviously, because we're not stupid, so I knew I was doing wrong, but you don't care, innit? Victims, who's caring about victims? I need to buy some new Nike Air Max, what are you telling me about the victims for? You got money, like, I need it So if you came my way as well, then I'm gonna stamp in your head or something, or I'm gonna punch you. So it wasn't like, I felt like I was allowed to do that, because I'm a criminal and we're allowed to do that. We have to take from you, and if the police don't catch us, then we're gonna get away with it, because that's what criminals do. So that was my whole mentality.
He was a cold-hearted character, and he makes no excuses for what he did. I get the feeling that nothing would have got in his way. I'm struggling a bit to connect the Elijah I've met, who's friendly and charming, with the ruthless gangster.
Spaghetti on toast, mate. Bit of black pepper.
That's all I have.
A man's kitchen can be revealing. Elijah's is no exception.
That's what I'm saying, there you go.
Weird stuff,
Serious.
The unused George Foreman grill was a giveaway that we had something in common. We're both useless at cooking.
I mean, I'm shit at cooking.
And when I got my kids around me, it's like, I can't cook. It's like, take away, we want a bit of McDonald's and it's embarrassing.
There will be no lean or mean grilling for me here. So we headed out for dinner in a local restaurant, where we were joined by some of his friends. We ate well and relaxing, and Elijah got a phone call.
Hello. Yo, what's happening? What happened? What happened on there? Yeah, for real. But just so we left.
Something was happening back on the Angel estate. Once again, the police were involved.
What's happening?
Yeah, someone has got stabbed in the area when we just left.
I'm living and breathing the world of former gangster Elijah Kerr, south of the river in Brixton. So far, it's been some experience.
This is a mad one, this one. This is mental.
I'm seeing a different London to the one I know. I'd felt the heat of the law on Elijah's estate when he was stopped by the old Bill.
Welcome to the hood.
Welcome to Sharp London.
It made me realise that I was running about with a geezer who'd been a seriously dangerous criminal. A man who didn't let anything get in his way.
I wasn't scared to rob no one, young, old, whatever colour, any place, any time. I didn't care.
As we sat in a restaurant eating dinner, it felt like things had calmed down. I couldn't have been more wrong. After all, it was Friday night in Brixton. While we were eating, Elijah received a phone call.
Hello.
There'd been another stabbing on the Angeltown estate, very close to where he lives. I decided to go to the scene of the crime with Elijah.
The second left here, not this one, the second one.
We arrived to find the police investigating a stabbing that has happened just a couple of 100 yards from Elijah's front door.
Elijah's gaff's just over there. And somebody right here, this little manor, has been stabbed up. I can see actually the blood over there. There's some blood. This is obviously the guy's trainer. Oh, it's fucking just a horrible feeling. All the old Bill putting their forensic suits on now. Look, you know what I mean? Just a normal Friday night, I suppose, in Brixton. This ain't nothing new to nobody that lives around here. And as you drive around this estate, you clock that there's bits of tape just hanging off fences where it's taped off constantly. And obviously the old Bill just pull it when it's sorted, but it's just hanging off. There's one up there, there's one around there. It's like this red tape here. This is Friday night in Brixton. Not even Friday night yet, Friday afternoon.
That's just normal, isn't it? It's not like a wow factor. Stuff happens all the time. Like, it's not like someone's been like shot outside my house before. Like,
it's just a frightening thing. There's no wow factor to it at all.
Other people see these things on the movies and that.
Yeah.
We see it all the time.
I can't believe how immune they are to all this. And I'm amazed that the attack has occurred in full view of the CCTV cameras.
There's a camera over there, who's obviously overlooking that.
Fucking, I'm not being funny.
What? Whoever done that's just stupid.
Do you know, stupid, just no fear, don't care. Makes absolutely no odds.
Nobody cares no more. You might have upset me to an extent that I cannot do nothing else but react immediately, and I'll just have to attack you, whether I like it or not, beneath the cameras or not.
It all all feels so extreme. Stabbing someone over an argument, to take someone's life, and then have 10 or 15 of your own taken away doing a prison sentence. What makes someone do that? Who are these people?
It hits home how real it is, you know what I mean? It is such a, you know, for them it's just walk off a duck's back, but I mean, this is the real deal, man. There's no bollocks here.
I would have got more reputation for making more money, but now I think you get more big reputation is the more violent you are. So the more stabbings or probably the more shootings you are, the more you're the big man.
We're off to meet some lads that Elijah knows from another estate in nearby Stockwell.
Okay. We'll speak to some of the local lads around there.
Okay, a few of the young boys, yeah.
Who's left into this estate coming up here?
I want to ask those who live on these streets why violence and stabbings are becoming an everyday thing. It's hard to believe it's just about status and making a name for yourself.
Do you think it's turning into now just this whole idea of everyone running around stabbing each other and it's just over, really, it's over nothing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, really and truly, yeah, but me personally, caught up in it. But it's mostly like the youngers, like the little ones, like I think they have something to prove, like they
what,
feel
as young as what, like
14, 15, like they might think they have something to prove so they can roll with the older ones, but that's probably about it, like they probably just take it out of hand, innit, like thinking, well, they get respect from the older ones.
So you boys don't feel the pressure that you got to run around with knives on you?
Not even, to tell the truth.
It's just a rare thing then, Elijah, I ain't being funny.
Yeah, what you find, yeah, a lot of the guys now, they're kind of seeing that, you know what, it's not even worth it, because at the end of the day, what everyone's getting involved in and fighting over and beefing over is just something stupid. That's not everyone's like that, I'm saying. So these are the sensible ones out of a lot of lunatics.
And if they want to get involved, they get involved in it.
Yeah.
Some people don't want to get involved, then they don't get involved. So
yeah,
that's how it is, really.
Yeah.
It's up to them at the end of the day, the way I see it.
The stakes have been raised to a whole new level, and it's really, really frightening. Where once it was fists and fighting, now it seems to be knives and death.
Man was in Stockholm today. I'm baffled as well. Like everyone else, I'm baffled. Before, like robberies would be like you rob someone and you get the hell out of there, rob. But now you rob someone and they'll stab them to death, like, and then I understand that for like a mobile phone. I'm thinking, wait there, you just kill someone for like 30 quid. Like it's gone to another level now. Like.
It's late, I'm knackered, and I'm glad to be back at Elijah's place. He lives alone, but I can see the flat is obviously equipped for kids.
God, that's a mad looking rocking horse you got there.
Yeah.
What's all that about?
Yeah, done that in community service, isn't it?
What?
Yeah.
What? Well, you made it?
Yeah, I made it from out of a big block of wood.
Oh, all right, in that respect, it's not a mad looking rocking horse. It looks great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Actually, it is a really good job.
That's what I'm saying.
How long did it take you to make that?
How many hours did I do? I done around, I think I had like 120 hours or something like that. So that's like... once a week for 7 hours.
You stretched that right out then,
so
yeah.
The toys belong to his 3 children.
Just around 8 months.
From 3 different mothers.
1 day a week. The kids are 2, 2.5, 2, and 1 year old. All the same.
Close.
3 close like that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, do you have time to get out of one house around the other gaff?
That's what I'm saying.
Fucking hell, man.
That's beautiful. I got no comment, no more to that.
That's funny.
Finding out he has 3 kids from 3 different women on top of everything else that's happened is more than enough for me for one day.
You know, this whole thing about the stabbing that happened 30 seconds away from where we are now, that shook me up a little bit because it really does it home. It really is real. So, a lot to take in, you know. I need a few hours kip and then crack on again with him tomorrow.
Next morning, and it's time for breakfast.
You know what I'd like? A nice bit of eggs Benedict, right? With a nice waffle, right? With a bit of poached egg.
You'll be lucky. No way. I can't cook, so cereal is like a hot toss.
It's Frosties.
I don't Frosties. See, that's what I'm saying. Look at that. I can't make cereal. That's what I'm saying. That's how you know this is serious stuff.
No, you've done well, yeah?
Done well.
After breakfast, we head back to the scene of the
Just gonna go and
stabbing.
have a look, see what's happening.
I want to see the aftermath of the incident.
That's the blood. That's the blood over
Yeah,
there.
yeah, got it. It's a fucking pool of blood, that, isn't it?
This was an incident the police had described as minor.
It's not a nosebleed, is it? Let's be honest. I mean, how can that be minor?
If
You try telling the geezer's mother that's minor.
It's minor, yeah.
You know what I mean? Why don't they clean that shit up?
Yeah, they didn't clean it up as well. I was just about to say that. Just let me
There's
clean
kids
up.
playing around here, do you know what I mean?
Just left it there.
No, I want to get away from that, actually. It's
Something kind of dirty, yeah.
Oh, fuck that. It's wank.
Thankfully, the victim survived, but it seems to have reached the stage where as long as nobody dies, it's a minor incident. By a strange coincidence, Elijah was going to bring me here anyway. This is the same part of the estate where he reached the peak of his criminal activity. Crack dealing. Well, he wasn't going to be a plumber, was he? After his release from prison for robbery at 17, he tried to go legit as a music events organiser, but it didn't work out.
Got people saying to me, got bank account. Like, what? Bank account for what? Like, what do you mean bank account? I don't
You didn't even have a bank account?
No, like, my money goes in my box. Like, my money goes in my room, and I don't need a bank account. But I didn't know about all this kind of stuff. So I said, you know what, this is it for me. I'm going back to I need to do something else. And I said, you know what, drug game.
Crime was what he knew. The drug game proved to be highly lucrative.
I was making like £500 a day to like £2-3 grand a day.
Really?
Each individual was making, I'm saying.
Elijah and the PDC transformed the whole derelict block on the estate into a crack dealing business.
One of the guys I sold drugs to, he went off, he was with a girl, and he came back and said to me like, yeah, she was smoking all night, she died, she's dead. I was like, fuck, you telling me that for? I was like, fuck. I was like, what the fuck? So what you want to buy? You want to buy some more drugs?
Drugs.
Now, I gotta be honest, he sounds like he was a total scumbag.
I was just being cocky.
I'm glad I'm meeting him now and not back then. He was blinded by money, as the drug business provided the high life he desired.
When we started making the money, it was out there, new trainers, living it, cars pulling up. It was so blatant. But that's, at the time, when the money started coming in, we weren't thinking. The money just started coming in too much. We was on the block counting money, and like $3 grand was out and open, count it, put back in the pocket. We were too open, way too open, way.
The police had been watching him for 3 months. When Elijah was arrested, he was shown the surveillance video.
I saw everything on the TV screen. I was like, fucking hell. I had the whole stuff. I saw myself walk up and down the block. They was like, so who's that then? I was like, fucking hell. But I was like, no comment, no comment, no comment. And in my head, I'm thinking, oh, I'm fucked.
I can't help but think greed and arrogance was their downfall.
£500 a day to like £2-3 grand.
The police had a watertight case. Elijah and 12 others were heading to prison. He would serve 2 years for his drug offences. On the inside, he decided that he would try the music business again, and he was going to do it with his best mate. But they would never get to work together. On the night before Elijah was released, Justin was shot dead.
That hit me hard. I was like, whoa, like this, that was unexpected. That was gonna happen. And obviously he was gonna help me. He was part of my new plan that I was about to bring out to the roads, like the business plan for the record label. Like, he was gonna be my business partner, obviously. So that was like a big hit, but at the same time it was like, you know what, I'm definitely gonna do this now.
On his release, the gang awaited. With his best friend dead, and the prospect of a future spent in and out of prison, Elijah made a move that stunned the PDC.
I said, I'm gonna do something controversial. I'm gonna use the same crew that we've got, the same element that we've been using to do drugs and robberies now. I'm gonna do it into a record label form.
Stuck and two smoking hours, all you hear is pop, pop, all through the hours on the council blocks. Unbelievably, the gang was going straight.
And use the exact format we've been using. Same guys, instead of that guy holding the gun, instead of that guy doing drugs, he's gonna be the graphic designer. Instead of that guy doing that, I'm gonna make him do the production.
Yeah, before we'd have got bags of drugs, now I got bags of CDs, you see it?
Feel me? PDC, you know? And I see for myself something else that has given him a focus for change. He's accepted Islam and prays at least 5 times a day. The more time I've been with him, listened to him, and got to know him, the more I actually believe he's making a conscious effort to change and move further and further away from the kind of person he was.
I done lots of bad stuff in the past, so obviously I still have dreams about all that stuff. But I still see like people's face pop up, and I'm thinking, who the hell is that? But obviously that's like your subconscious, like that's things from your subconscious that you saw at the time, but because at the time you didn't understand what you was doing or you just didn't care, it wasn't affecting you. But now my mind's changed, like those things pop back up. I'm like, fuck, when I remember certain things, I think, fuck, what was I doing? How I was living a couple of years ago, I should have been dead, innit? So every day I pray, I'm thankful for that I'm still here, and I've kind of changed my whole ways, and the record label's here now, and all these stuff's going on for me now, so I say, you know what, I'm thankful for it. It's more form of discipline as well for yourself, so you're kind of like ready for the day and you're focused. Some people might smoke a spliff and say, this makes me focus in the morning. Some people might say,
probably my method.
Yeah, some people might have a snort like, oh, I'm fresh in the morning.
Yeah, that's me. Yeah, it was probably me. Shit.
I'm in Brixton, South London, living with former street gangster Elijah Kerr, and I've had a mad couple of days. At first, I wondered if he really was a reformed character, as we felt the heat of the law.
Quite hope he ain't got about fucking 20 guns in his motos, we're fucked.
Because he was a man who turned his hand to any crime.
I need to do something else, and I said, you know what, drug game. So that meant robbing and terrorising everyone, and I'm gonna do it.
But after spending time with him, I've come to see that he now wants to be a face for all the right reasons. Having turned his gang, the once notorious PDC, into a record label.
Yeah, before we'd have got back to the drugs, I got back to the CDs, you see.
Today I'm going with Elijah to the studio, and on the way we stopped to pick up one of the young rappers he's been working with. I'm introduced to KC, who's 19 years old and on a tag, awaiting trial on a charge of possessing a defensive weapon. The prospect of prison terrifies me, so how does he feel about it?
Boy, obviously I don't want to be sitting in jail, and it's not, to me it's not glamour. Some people want that, some people...
Is it true? Some of these kids, they don't mind, they like the idea of that, they think that it's going to make them a face.
A lot of people now, they want something to talk about. They want people to know they've been in jail, like give a little image. Like, it's not really me, it's not what I want to do, innit? But
someone has that mentality to have that though, innit? To want to go to prison.
It's the way it's
to be banged up. Like, but then you come out and then you can rap about it or you can talk about it on the street, and that's, do you know what I mean? That's like that's a mad mentality to snap out of that.
I'm about to see the new PDC in action. Are they as serious about music as they were about crime? They're producing a new track, and guess who's being roped in to make his rap debut?
So I'm going to write a little introduction.
We're going to do 8 bars each, and we're going to do a song, track, and it's going to be a banger. I'm saying.
Stick to the concept though, living dangerously.
I'm living in the hood, but life isn't all good. I've got problems, my life's been misunderstood. Stereotyped and my whole life has been a hype. I've seen guns in the night, crack on the pipe.
London is strife-ridden, the tension's getting higher. I'm feeling like I'm part of the business like Danny Dyer.
I took the best of us and left scars on the rest of us. Pistol, I can't wait to see you in heaven, cuz.
I'm impressed, they're good. But the standard might be about to drop dramatically. It's my turn, and I'm far from relaxed about it.
Shit in my pants, making my debut on the rap scene. I think it's about time. It's been a long time coming. Nearly 32 now, so it's time to express me fucking self. Right, sweet as. I don't want fucking laugh, right? It's just come from the heart. This goes out to all the South London boys, living it up, living like kings in a concrete jungle. Respect to anyone who's lost their lives on the streets. Respect to anyone who's living dangerously.
Yeah, that's how it works. Yeah.
Get hold of that shit. Get hold of that. Fuck it, I've upset myself. I've got emotional around it.
Upset myself. Fuck it, I've upset myself.
Get hold of that. Respect.
Once it's come from the heart.
Powerful.
where it starts.
Fucking, I've upset myself. Elijah's trying to make a name for himself, but this time through music. Through crime, he got a taste for the high life and he liked it. He clearly wants to be a face once again, but this time without breaking the law.
I still want to buy Bentleys and I still want a big house on the beach and I still want to live nice. I still want people around me to live nice. I still want it, but we're going by it a different way this time. I'm saying so. I still like jewelry and I still like nice things, but definitely by a much more deserved way. And this time, when you get it now, you appreciate it more because I've worked hard for it.
As KC takes to the mic, I see one of the next generation who wants to make a name for himself.
When it's on top and some don't stand, destroy and rebuild the camp is what the team do.
He's at a
Through these eyes
crossroads.
of pain, I see
He's facing the prospect of
snakes,
jail.
the rats, the jigs,
But
and
just
fake
like Elijah,
people, but I just
can
brush
see he has
them off
something
like I
about
just
him.
got pimped.
And
Walk
crime
with a
isn't his
limp,
only
no
option.
fear on some boss ting. Send requests to the angels, I'm living dangerously. Watch over my soul code, so don't play with me.
Pleasure, man. Fucking real pleasure. Good luck with everything. Well, there you go, yeah?
I'm off to work, mate, the youth club.
Oh, yeah,
Take
listen,
care.
brother,
Nice
it's
to
been
see
a
you,
fucking
yeah?
pleasure. I just find it fascinating, I really do. I mean, I stood up there and said 3 lines of dialogue, I was shitting my pants. They just fucking go, boom, and it's not just that, they're talking this, you know, it's coming from in here, it's like proper, they're talking about people that they know have died, and it's like powerful stuff, and just to be able to express yourself like that, blow me away. I'm so impressed by the whole thing, I'll tell you. My time in Brixton with Elijah has come to an end. I've realised something positive has come out of his past. People listen to him because he's seen it, he's done it. We've got quite a few t-shirts. I've learned that, you know, these kids need people like you around them because you've done it. You've done the bird for it. You made a point, you don't lecture them. Can't lecture them.
Yeah, you can't lecture them, no way.
You listen to you and you channel it in the right way.
You can still make more money in the streets in one day than you can probably make in doing anything legal. But at the same time, that's a short journey. I say that's most of the time you end up dead or in prison. I can see a bigger dream right now, so it's me working hard and coming out of it is worth it. I'm saying so I can see that what we're working towards is going to be much bigger than anything that can ever possibly happen in the streets.
Bare knuckle boxers, gangsters, drug dealers. I mean, you wouldn't want to stay around theirs, would you? Well, guess what? I got an invite. I'm moving in with some of the country's most dangerous men, so we can find out how they sleep at night. And judging by this mob, there's gonna be tears before bedtime.
War is hell. It's kill or be killed. It can bring out the worst side in humanity. So what happens to the people who come back to Britain from Iraq or Afghanistan? How do they cope with what they've seen and done? And how do they fit in with normal life?
That's my fucking this end!
I'm on my way to meet a guy named Mo T.
Drop the knife, drop the fucking knife.
Mo's speciality is killing people with his bare hands.
You fucking want it?
Mo fought in the first Gulf War, but he was no ordinary soldier. His job was to go behind enemy lines, which put him in extreme danger.
It was life on the edge. You're not only trying to kill them, they're trying to kill you.
And fighting on the front line has had a lasting effect on him. I've also been told that Mo is suffering from mental trauma from the first Gulf War. He's out of the military now, but make no mistake, his experiences on the battlefield have shaped him into one of Britain's most dangerous men.
If you try to mess with Moti, you're going to end up a very sorry man.
I fractured skulls, took off lips, body parts.
You're a trained fighting machine, you know? You're this pent-up, aggressive soldier, and you've got to be able to suppress that. And where does that go? My mission is to try and get inside this guy's head, which means I'm going to have to spend a couple of days with him. I'll be honest with you, I mean, I don't know how this guy's going to be. Okay, usually the first meet is under a tunnel or some sort of back street somewhere out the way, you know, but for the first time I'm meeting Mo at his house, straight in his gaff, knocking on the door. As I walk up to the house, it suddenly dawns on me that I'm about to spend the night in the home of a man who's been trained to sneak up on people and kill them in their sleep. It's a bit daunting, to say the least.
Hey, how are you?
How are you, Mo?
Nice to see you. You well?
Yeah, very well. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. Coming in.
Thanks for letting me come round your gaff.
Well, pleasure. Coming in.
Nice and tidy, Mo.
Well, so far so good.
Really? Oh, look at this. Look. There's me thinking you was going to be in some sort of bed sit, all on your own.
Well, there have been times.
Beautiful gaff.
It's lovely, isn't it?
I love the idea of a rocking chair just sitting there. It's beautiful in here. I love it. I've got to admit, I'm surprised to see Mo living in such a nice and homely place. This home is about as far away from the horrors of war as you can get. So let's have a little look around there, Mo. Yeah, is that all right, son?
Yeah, sure.
But then I noticed something on the shelf that doesn't look like your normal household ornament. Oh, fuck me. Yeah,
I've never actually tested it to see as to whether it's...
Don't wind me up. What do you mean?
Well, I've never actually pulled the pin and found out. I mean, I know there's a fuse in there, so I've never actually... Should we let it off in the garden or something?
Nah, you're all right. I feel it.
Yeah, it's a heavy piece of kit, isn't it?
I can't stress to you how heavy it is. It's like... That is just death. How many people could that iron out?
Oh, a few. Yeah, a few.
So you just have that sitting up there like that, just...
It's an ornament.
Up next to
apparently.
a picture of... what's this? What's going on up here?
Oh, that's my youngest. Taking her... Yeah, a bit of a contrast there.
A bit of a mad area to put it in, I would have
Yeah.
thought, you know?
Yeah.
Mo keeps a live grenade on his mantelpiece right next to a picture of his daughter's first Holy Communion. Is that what this man's all about? Fighting and family? His photo albums reveal that the Gulf War was a major event in his life.
So we came across a position, there's bunkers like this.
Right.
You can tell a lot by the standard of the troops that are in there, if they've left all their kit lying around, if they're shitting outside the bunkers.
So if they're shitting outside the bunkers and
means they've got poor discipline.
Right, which means they're not going to be a top-notch soldier.
Exactly.
In 1990, the first Gulf War broke out when Iraqi forces invaded Kuwait in an act of military aggression from Saddam Hussein. The United Nations sent a coalition force consisting of mainly British and American troops to drive the Iraqi army out of Kuwait. Mo's role in the war was an intelligence operator, which meant he had to take photos of enemy activity. These missions involved going behind enemy lines, where he was constantly in the line of fire. But Mo didn't just bring back photos of the enemy, he also managed to pick up a few souvenirs.
They're artillery spotters, binoculars. So they use that grid to work out ranges and deflections and things like that.
Wow, it's really clear, isn't it?
Yeah, they're really nice.
Yeah, it's a quality pair of these,
Yeah,
isn't
they're really nice. But I took them off the guy I killed.
This guy that you killed?
I killed him, yeah.
Somehow it doesn't feel right to be having a cosy little chat with Mo about something that he looted from a man he killed in battle. But Mo doesn't seem bothered, so I ask him how he deals with the reality of killing. What's the feeling? What is that feeling? I mean, is it just like blank, or is it I have actually taken a man's life?
I felt pity for the guy. I mean,
how did you iron him out? What did you shot him?
I shot him twice.
In the head, in the nut? What was it?
Through the chest.
Oh, through the chest. Okay.
Yeah, through the chest. At very close range. Couldn't miss.
The more I'm finding out about Mo, the more confused I feel about him.
Just get out of it, really.
He's calm and friendly, gentle even, and lives in a lovely, tranquil house. Yet he talks about killing people as though he was buying a pint of milk, and he keeps a live grenade on his shelf. I like Mo. My gut reaction is that he's a nice fella, but something in the back of my mind is telling me that I shouldn't get too comfortable around him, and I should be wary.
Fucking this end!
I'm hanging out with war veteran and deadly martial artist, Mo T. This man is so deadly, he even teaches soldiers from the special forces how to kill.
Proper kick in the nuts.
So far, he surprised me because I was expecting him to be a bit of a weirdo figure. But what I've found is a calm and gentle giant who lives in a lovely house. Oh, fuck me. Although he does keep a live grenade in his living room and talks casually about killing people. So
a quality pair of these, aren't they?
I took them off the guy I killed.
He lives on the south coast in Weymouth. He left the army back in 1991 and he now runs a martial arts centre where he teaches a unique full contact fighting system. I'm expecting him to take me to a gym, but we end up in a boozer.
Why are we in a bar? I'm confused.
Ironically, most martial artists can't fight. And that's kind of...
And fighting, meaning a street fight?
A street fight where there's no rules.
No rules.
You know, anything goes.
You know, lots of people around you, you don't know who's coming at you.
Yeah. You can have the best punch and the best kicks and the best techniques, if you like, but if you don't know how to tactically employ them in a bar situation, you're going to get taken right out.
OK, well, maybe you can give me a couple of demonstrations, Mo. I don't know how we're going to do it, but obviously take it easy on me, being an actor, you know.
Oh, yeah, OK.
You know, just don't smash me face open. Anything else I can suffer.
Right, OK, mate, I'm sure we can look at something.
Oh, good.
I've got no idea what I'm in for. Yeah, all I know so far is that he's killed people in battle, but that was in a war. This is a bar, which is usually somewhere I feel quite relaxed in, but not today.
So, OK, so you...
So, imagine it's all kicked off, you're having a go at me.
So I'll come into you like that. Oh, fuck me. All right, OK, yeah. So I said, all right, yeah. Caught me right in the heart then.
Yeah.
No, that's a powerful tool, that, isn't it?
Your elbows are, yeah, that's...
So what? So just do it slowly. You ain't got to hurt me, all right?
Now, once I get in here, OK, I can reach in, boom, headbutt.
Yep, gotcha.
There's your eye rip your eye out. OK, you relaxed?
Well, a bit.
So I've headbutt, I flick you in the eye, boom, catch you here like this.
Fucking hell. Right, I think some other can do this demonstration. Oh, that was a shock to the system, that was. No, that rattled me head.
I must admit I didn't expect that. This guy's using real violence on me. This isn't like a film where punches get pulled. I'm half tempted to walk out, but I don't want to lose face. So I agreed to another demonstration, even though I don't feel 100% safe.
Close your mouth, clench your teeth.
No, what are you going to do?
I'm just going to give you a tap, just from
good.
here. I'm not going to pull my hand back or anything like that. Just relax, no, relax. Just relax.
You didn't knock me spark out, for fuck's sake, Mo. Slow down. Fucking hell. All right, well, that shook me. I didn't expect that at all.
Yeah.
Fucking sweating and everything now.
Mo just punched me hard in the jaw and it really hurt. It feels like he's daring me to have a go at him. There's no more Mr. Nice Guy. He's switched to dangerous mode.
What, any less strenuous ones you've got to show me, Mo, or...?
Well, there's no nice way to fight, is there?
Of course there ain't, absolutely fucking not.
You've got to lay the marker down, so if I take somebody's eye out...
So when you say about the eye thing, you actually put the thumb in the eye...
Put the thumb in the eye, rake it out, you can rake it out.
Of course you can, yeah.
Fucking right.
I'll be the first to admit that I know next to nothing about martial arts, but Mo's techniques are a painful eye-opener. Now I know why we've come to a bar. After Mo was decommissioned from the military, he needed a job. What he knew best was inflicting brutal punishment. This violent streak made him the perfect candidate for a job working the doors in the toughest bars and clubs, where rucks would kick off on a daily basis.
I'm going to hit him like that. What was that? And now I hit him on the head.
Mo gets one of his martial arts students to play the victim, and I'm shown some of Mo's favourite methods of dealing with anyone who was foolish enough to get leery with him.
We do the mouth rip. So if we're taking somebody out at the nightclub, we take them out like this. And people say it's brutal, but I say, look, he's happy because he's smiling. So, you know what I'm saying? See what happens. That's painful, isn't it?
Oh, fuck that.
Yeah?
Look, he's opened his fucking nose up, look.
Yeah.
Come on,
See,
Mo.
it's coming this way. Come on, straight down. I wouldn't give people a second chance. It was like, you know, one chance to drink up, and then it was bang. Once he's down here, I stamp on his ankle and break his ankle. Now he's got a broken ankle. He ain't going to do anything. He's probably screaming.
He soon built up a reputation for extreme violence. He became infamous for his use of a particular tool for straightening out troublesome punters, a monkey wrench. This earned him the nickname, the Mechanic.
My weapon of choice at the time was a wrench, like a monkey wrench, and I had no hesitation in hitting people with that. I fractured skulls, took off lips, body parts. It was pretty full on.
Mo was only too happy to fight every Jack the lad who wanted to gain a rep for themselves by taking him on. This often meant dealing with knife-wielding thugs. So I get a quick lesson on how to handle yourself when someone comes at you with a blade.
So all I got to do is isolate. This is a training drill. So I just want to catch this. Just come for me. So all I got to do is catch that. So this is where we start with the training. So I got to get boom here and get this. Once I get it, I need to wrap it. What we call wrap. Now I can under wrap or over wrap. But now I've got this because this is what's going to kill me. People say you can punch you in the head with the other hand. Yeah, of course you can. Okay. But what I'm going to do is take a fucking bite out of his arm. So when I bite you, you release it anytime you feel. Now. Right?
Fucking, look at the mark in his arm.
There's a mark.
Little mark there, Mo. Little Mo mark there.
Yeah.
Mark of Mo. Little love bite, if anything, you know. Okay.
I'm not happy about the fact that Mo's beating up his student, but I suppose these techniques could save your life. I still get the sense, though, that he's enjoying hurting the poor fella.
But if I kick him in here or kick him in here, see he's got no stance. I'm kicking. If I kick him and then here, if he's not stood properly, he's not.
I find Mo's appetite for extreme violence a bit disturbing. But when he was working as a bouncer, there was good reason for it. Mo was dealing with a murderous rage which came directly from his experiences on the killing fields of the Gulf War.
I was angry. I felt I'd gone to war for oil. I just felt resentful against the system. You know, I'd gone out there, killed people for what, and all this manifested itself in violence inflicted on other people. If I've got him here now, I'm going to break his arm. Even if I've got the knife, I'll fucking break his arm. Because I don't want him coming back. I don't want him saying, oh, you were lucky. I want to come and bring him flowers in hospital on Monday and say, you ever come near me again, I'll fucking kill you.
Fucking hell. Right. I mean, that is one powerful man. I mean, I can't see how anyone could go up against this guy after what I've just witnessed. It's absolutely freaked me out. And me being a Ponzi actor that I am, I can't believe he punched me on the jaw.
Now I've seen what Mo can do to people and I'm worried. Plus I'm a bit concerned about this guy's mental condition. I didn't expect him to actually make eye contact with me as he demonstrated the moves. But he seems to be enjoying it, and the look in his eyes when he was doing these demonstrations was like he's still in a war zone. Is that what war does to you? Is Mo suffering from post-traumatic stress? And is that what makes him so dangerous? I need to know more about him. There are pieces of the puzzle that are missing. Maybe I'll find some of them when I meet his family. They're all gathered at Mo's for a party to wet his new grandson's head.
Hello, mate.
The first person I want to speak to is Mo's partner, Jackie. As his missus, she must know all there is to know about him.
So, how's it for you? I mean, you know, being with a man who's got a bit of a reputation.
Don't say I'm a pussycat, because you always say that.
He actually is the most compassionate person I've ever met.
Nice.
He doesn't go with the image, but he is actually.
So sometimes he slips into that, does he?
Well, he comes through the door and I just remind him, you know, his place at home.
Yeah. Yeah. So she's the governor in a relationship, yeah? Can we safely say that? Any man that says that his wife isn't, the governor is a liar.
That's right.
At least I find something we share, something we got in common. We're both under manners from the missus.
My martial arts in...
Watching Mo with his grandchildren, I can see for myself his other side, the compassionate man. The vicious beast I saw in action earlier has been replaced by a loving granddad.
Love kids then, Mo, do you? Big thing for you? Obviously your grandkids, obviously, but
it's a whole different ball game now with grandchildren. You know, you bring your own kids up, but with your grandchildren, hopefully you can put right the things that you feel you've got wrong.
In this sort of environment, you feel you're most relaxed there, and you've got your family around you.
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm not making a television series about doting grandparents. My job here is to try to understand the mentality of a dangerous man. Mo's 3 daughters are here, and I wonder how much they know about their father's murky past. and if they can shed any light on who he is.
Danny, this is Kaylee, my middle.
Hello,
Nice to
Kaylee.
meet you.
Pleasure to meet you, sweetheart.
I asked Kaylee how much she knew about Mo's violent activities while she was growing up.
It's weird because only when he told me that you was coming down to do a documentary about him did I kind of look into more of what he does, because it's the same, like your personal life is, like your family life is your life and that's your work life, isn't it? And like we didn't really understand, like I Googled you for the first time the other day and I was like, oh my God, yeah, after he told me, and I was like, whew. So most of it I don't really know because that's separate, isn't it? Like you're just our dad,
It's separate, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So, okay, so you would say, okay, in general, you know, a good dad, really.
Yeah, definitely.
The fact that Mo's daughter has had to Google her dad to find out what he's actually done shows that he's keen to keep his violent side separate from his family life. The party's in full swing, and Mo is keen to show me how proud he is of his Irish roots.
It's in the blood.
It's in the blood. Which means drinking a lot of whiskey and having a bit of a dance.
Do you wind me out? No, oh, Mo, don't, Mo.
There's no way I'm going to get up and dance. I've got my image to think about.
No, I want to,
but then again, I've had a few whiskies.
Right, okay, right, no, don't go ready. What am I meant to do now?
Right, on the count of 7.
Why don't I just step?
5, 6, up, round.
You mean round? You mean round?
Kick your bum. Kick your bum like that.
I'll kick my bum all day long. Boom, out, boom.
Brilliant.
All right, listen, that's living dangerously. That is living dangerously.
I think that my Danny O'Dwyer moment has helped me gain Mo's trust and respect, because he opens up to me about his relationship with eldest daughter Joanne. Despite his best efforts as a father, it hasn't always been happy families between the two.
I'll tell you what, it's been a hard time, really, really hard.
Feeling brave thanks to the booze, I asked Joanne what she did to cause her dad such grief.
Well, I got in with the wrong crowd and started taking drugs and going out and, you know, all that. And then when you're in that crowd, you meet the wrong sort of man, don't you? And I met the wrong sort of man.
Okay. She explains how the man she married made her life a living hell. His violent and controlling ways verged on the psychotic. But surely he must have been scared of Mo.
Not at all, and I think that as far as he was concerned, it was kind of like sticking two fingers up at my dad.
I think the first time I met him, she had a black eye, and it was, you know, it was the same old. Oh, it was the same old rough play. We were mucking around, that sort of thing. So, you know, I'm expected then to react in type. In other words, you know, kind of go charging in there, fist flailing and everything else.
But then you immediately lose your daughter.
Exactly. So, you know, I see things in terms of a long game. You have to play the long game.
Of course, of course.
I mean, I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say, I mean...
Listen to him. Mo, say what you got to say now, and if you don't, you know, we can take it out.
We were 50. He was 15 minutes away from being shot.
Okay.
I mean, you know, it went that far. We had somebody to do the business.
Yes.
I'm shocked by this. I have two daughters and I can understand Mo's strategy, but shooting your own son-in-law. I'm reminded how ruthless this man can be when it comes to hurting people. I'm interested to hear more, but Mo wants to end the conversation.
No,
Can I just butt in?
Yeah.
Your sister's getting upset.
Who?
Kaylee and Sean, because this had a wider impact, and even the very mention. I mean, it was. I mean,
I can imagine, Mo.
I'm not sure if it's coming across, and I know the effect it had on you, but apparently a couple of people are getting a little bit upset.
No, we don't want that. Don't want that. No one getting upset. None of that bollocks.
No, they're getting upset now. So
I'm absolutely right.
All right.
Okay, sweet. All right.
All right.
The mention of guns is a revelation to me, but I'll have to ask Mo about this later because right now I've had far too many whiskies, and I'm in no fit state to continue.
Come and sit down here.
Mo, can I sit on that log?
It's time for a bit of male bonding. But thankfully that doesn't involve me getting punched on the jaw.
This is my idea of heaven.
Isn't it?
Right, you got a little plot at the end of the garden. You sit on your fucking own,
Oh, mate, I'll tell you, I'll do that.
Just think.
Little drop of whiskey.
Drop of whiskey. Well, no, it's not a little drop of whiskey with you.
It's not a little drop of whiskey.
I've learned that. Right?
No, it's not a little drop
of whiskey.
It's
right?
Irish hospitality.
Irish hospitality. Yeah. Right? And just sit on your fucking Jack Jones and have a right fucking ponder about life.
Yes. And it's all in there. All the answers are in there if you can find them.
I just want to fucking lay here, Mo, like that.
I've got a sleeping bag.
Me and you, I wouldn't. Fuck the sleeping bag. You keep me
Just
warm,
sit
Mo.
here.
You're a warm man.
I'm with Mo Teague, an ex-soldier who knows a thing or two about killing people.
Don't fucking struggle, mate. I'm gonna fucking do you.
He's already punched me in the face, and I've discovered when he's not smacking people around the head with a monkey wrench, he's a loving family man. Last night at a family party, not only did I get pissed out of my head, I also found out that he came very close to shooting his own son-in-law.
He was 15 minutes away from being shot.
It's the morning after the party, and I wake up with a banging hangover. So we decide to go out for breakfast. I can't remember exactly how many times my glass was filled last night, but I can confirm it was a lot.
There you go, mate.
Just don't drive like a lunatic, all right? Feel a bit,
No, I'm a bit,
feel a bit
careful.
queasy.
Yeah, me too, actually.
And it's not just me head that hurts.
And my jaw's still hurting a little bit and all that.
Oh, really?
Mo's taking me for a good old fry-up, so hopefully it'll help me get my head together so I can find out more about his life on the edge.
Here we go, look. Oh, look, get told it. Look at that, look. It's legendary, isn't it? Look at that, look. I mean, it's old school, is what it is, mate. That's very sophisticated. Look, I've never had my beans in a little bowl like that before.
Me neither.
I feel I really bonded with him last night. But when he spoke of how close he came to having his son-in-law shot, I realised that there was a lot more to learn. So I asked him if he's ever had any involvement with the criminal underworld.
I did hang out with a criminal gang, and I used to look after all their guns for them. And then when they had to go and do a job, we'd come and get the guns.
So you'd stash the guns?
Yep.
You like the idea of that?
Yeah, I can't lie.
After returning from the Gulf War in 1991, he started to fall into a life of crime.
I got involved then in that lifestyle, and I just thought I'll have some of that, you know what I mean? I'll get involved in that because I thought it was glamorous. And
Glamour, glitter, you know, and all that bollocks.
It was all the lingo, and it was all new, and it was the adrenaline. I was doing something that I knew was naughty.
Mo was out of the war zone, but found he needed something to replace the adrenaline rush of battle. This meant he became a menace to society.
We got stopped about 5 o'clock in the morning. I'd had a drink, and I was driving the car, and the police pulled me over, and I don't know why, but I chinned the copper. So
you got no idea why, you just thought, well, he's going to get it.
He's going to get it, so I chinned him, legged it. I didn't know the area very well, so I'm running towards the police station. It's a bit like, then all of a sudden the fucking Keystone cops come charging down.
Yeah, now.
Give me a right good hiding.
You got a clump out of it, yeah, you chin a copper, mate, you bang
That's
someone.
it. Yeah.
I'm still getting my head around the thought of Mo laying out a policeman, but then he drops a bombshell.
While all this was happening, I'd come back from Iraq, and I was working. I was basically, to all intents and purposes, a royal photographer. Any occasion where the army were involved with the royal family, which is probably about once a week in London, I was going over and taking. I was in close proximity with the royal family, behind the scenes, with the Queen and Princess Diana. Yeah. So
very close to him at the time. I mean, you know,
just like we are now. You know, absolutely, just taking photographs of the royal family every week. Then I was hanging out with these criminals.
So a lot on the brain then, Mo. A lot going on. A lot to juggle.
I lost the plot a little bit.
He was running around with armed gangs by night and photographing the royal family at close quarters by day. These are some of the photos he took at that time. It's another example of the extremes of Mo's complex past.
In a way, I guess, you know, I'd already been told I was leaving the army, so I was bitter and resentful. And it was also like when I was working with the Queen, I was almost giving the finger to him, saying, and you don't know tonight the people I'm going to be hanging out with. And it was a little bit like getting my own back. You do your bit for your Queen and country and all the rest of it, and then they just kind of, well, thanks, but no thanks. You know, we've had our bit.
So all of a sudden you find yourself unemployed then?
Yeah, you know, just out on the street, really. We've got 3 children, and so, yeah, I was angry, I was resentful, I was bitter.
It's a mad place to be, that, isn't it, Mark?
in your head.
Yes, but it's not a good place to be honest.
He felt angry because the army offered very little support for soldiers who were suffering from their experiences during conflict.
I guess when I came back, I didn't really have anybody to talk to.
Really?
Nobody wants to know. They kind of, don't tell me, I don't want to know the details. But that's the sort of things you want to talk about.
You feel you need to express that?
Yeah, normally...
What the idea of that you've killed someone or you've seen dead bodies?
You've got all this experiences inside that you want to talk about, and just so somebody understands you, what you're going through. And I withdrew within myself, drank a lot, drugs, I guess, and not heavy drugs, but, you know. My whole value system changed. When you see man's capacity for violence to another man, another human being.
So you was almost in a way, you know, you're like a walking time bomb, really. You just.
Yeah. Oh yeah. You can't convey what it is like to see something that was meant to be a human being. You know, you can't. You know, you can see it. Everybody's seeing pictures, but you can't. But the immediate effect of that, or when you've killed somebody, you know, you just can't convey the whole emotional thing. It's too abstract.
Of course.
Do you know what I'm saying?
It feels like the more I find out about Mo Teague, the less I know about the man. Who is he? He's been a soldier who served for Queen and Country, a ruthless doorman cracking skulls with a monkey wrench, a devoted father and a royal photographer by day, whilst moonlighting as an armed robber by night. Trying to make sense of the many sides of Mo is a mind bender. He's like a jigsaw puzzle where you can clearly see the picture. It's only when you separate the pieces that you wonder how they came together in the first place.
Well, I've come back to see Mo. I needed a bit of time away from him, to be honest with you. He punched me in the jaw. I can't deny that, you know? A bit of a moment for me. So, listen, he said to me, he wants a bit of Mo time. I don't actually know what that means yet. I'm hoping that that means that we're going to sit round, have a little drop of whiskey around the fire and talk about maybe his experiences. But knowing this unpredictable character that he is, I'm sure it's not going to be as simple as that. I'm hoping it is. You know, what does Mo time mean? What does Mo time mean? You know? Let's go and find out. If he punches me in the jaw again, I'm going to knock him spark out, I'm telling you. I'm joking, of course I'm joking. Kill me. Oh, you want some, Mo? I'll kill you. Hey?
How you doing?
How are you?
Come on in, mate.
Oh, you've got some get-up on there, Mo.
Oh, yeah, not half.
You've got some get-up on. He's got some get-up on.
And guess what's coming next?
Oh, no, Mo, what's coming next, mate? As long as I ain't going to get punched in the mouth again.
Let me just see that I've got the right size for you.
Oh, no, what we've got going on here, Mo?
Here we go.
OK, Mo, so we're not going to just be sitting out in your garden?
No, mate, we're going to take a little walk in the country. We're going to do a little bit of a walk in the country.
Right, OK, this is my get-up, is it?
This is your get-up.
So I'll get this gear on. And then
get the gear on and then we'll take it from there.
And then we're going to go on a little bit of a mission, are we?
We're going to go on a mission, yeah.
Right, let's chuck this bit of clobber on then. No looking at me arse and all.
I should have expected something like this. God only knows what he's got planned, but I'm getting nervous already.
Well, what have we got here?
Well, OK, this is 24-hour wet ration pack. Yeah, get the old hankies.
Yeah, that's for, you know, wank in the middle of the forest or whatever.
You won't be doing that tonight, will you?
Nah, well, it depends. It depends, Mo.
It's only me and you, mate.
It's all right, we're all men here, we're all men.
All right, OK, fair enough. Right,
what's this, sausage and beans?
Sausage and beans, yep.
It's like space food, isn't it?
Well, I guess it is, really, yeah.
Maybe this isn't going to be so bad. Mo's in good form. But then again, I've already seen how quickly he can turn. We arrive at the location, and Mo explains that this exercise is going to give me a taste of what it's like to go behind enemy lines to gather intelligence. This could mean staying out all night. Now I know what Mo time means. He wants to give me a taste of what he went through as a soldier at war. To get the full behind enemy lines experience, Mo wants to teach me one of the basics, how to kill with your bare hands.
I want to show you how to take out a sentry, OK? We've got no weapons, no knife, could pick up a rock, land it around the back of the head with that.
A bit messy though, that, Mo, is it?
A little bit messy.
The victim is another one of Mo's martial arts students. If Mo doesn't actually kill the guy doing this demo, then I got a feeling I'll be seeing him later in the woods.
You don't look directly at him. And we just come in like this. We're looking just in his back, but not looking directly at him, okay? Sometimes,
Any reason for that? Why?
Well, because people can sense when they're being, you ever get that feeling, I'm being watched.
Oh, right, yeah. Oh, okay.
Whether you believe in that or not, but
right,
that's the way we
okay.
teach it, right? So you scrim that like this, okay? So you hold it, so it's going to go around. You're looking down, you're going to sneak up to him, okay, nice and quiet. And basically this goes over his head, this way, so it goes around under his chin. You twist it like this, and you snap him down this way. Once he's down like this, you put your knee on him like this, you chop him like this. Right on that neck.
Yeah.
Okay, and he's a goner.
I'm getting a bit more nervous now. Mo's definitely got something planned for me. And I still can't forget that this is the man who punched me in the face. So here we are, just me and Mo alone out in the woods playing war games. I know it's not real, but the adrenaline is starting to flow, and I'm getting a sense of what it must be like to be on your own in enemy territory. I've got this strange feeling in my gut that something could happen at any moment. It's quite an intense feeling, but one I'm sure Mo is used to.
Just going to move down here, it's about 50 metres or so, and then we'll move in and we're there.
Keep moving deep into the woods towards our outpost. As it starts to get dark, I realise I can only see a few feet in front of me. I feel like at any moment I'm just going to walk straight into a tree or something. I don't want to make a fool of myself because Mo is very serious about this. I don't want to let him down. We eventually reach the outpost. This is where we'll sleep tonight. Not exactly 5-star.
So this is ROP, is it?
This is ROP. Gives us a little bit of cover.
Fuck me, we got under there. No one's going to know you're here, especially when it gets dark.
Mo tells me how when he was in a war zone, he could expect to be in a tiny space like this for days, cooped up with 4 other men.
You take it and tell us to sleep and stuff
Yeah,
like that.
2 on, 2 off. So you've got 2 people sleeping.
How long would you be let to sleep? 2-3 hours?
Well, you could work it out yourselves how much you want me.
How much sleep does a man need?
Yeah, some people didn't really, you know, the adrenaline's going, you don't really need that much sleep.
I don't think I could sit here for 5 days. In fact, I don't even know if I can handle 1 night. Now we just have to be quiet and wait to see if there's any activity.
Right, here we've got a bit of a technical problem.
It's not long before something happens.
Hear that?
What do we do?
Hang on, wait a minute. Get your kit on.
Yeah, there's not someone down here, look.
Yeah, something down there. I've got bug out, follow me.
Mo gives the order to leave our position and make it up the hill to a safer point. Running away from someone you can't see up a steep hill in the dark is not easy. It's exhausting. The only thing keeping me going is adrenaline. Mo decides we're in a safer spot, so we stop running. I'm absolutely knackered.
Oh, it's hard work, isn't it? Can't imagine what it's like, you know, in a real situation.
£100 on your back. The adrenaline will take you so far.
Exactly.
Even though we've run some distance, it looks like we haven't gone far enough. Someone is still tracking us. I know this is probably one of Mo's guys I saw earlier, but my heart is racing anyway with the excitement.
What's the trick up here? Yeah. Shh. Get down. There's someone coming along, yeah.
Mo gives the order to take out the enemy scout. I was half expecting this, but now I've got to actually do it.
fucking bastard. Fucking want this, do you?
I'm with war veteran and deadly martial artist Mo Teague. I've learnt that Mo's a man that doesn't do things by half. I've already been punched in the face, and now I'm out in the middle of a forest having to do the same things he did as a soldier at war, when it was kill or be killed. Simulating killing an enemy soldier isn't easy. I'm exhausted. I need fuel. Time to sit down and eat our rations.
One of these each, do you reckon?
I thought we'd be making a fire so we could have some nice hot food, but Mo has other ideas.
So you just eat it cold?
Yes, mate. You up for that?
Yeah, no choice.
Don't get me wrong, I like sausage and beans. But I can't say I've ever had them cold.
Right, so Mo, I'm going to be honest with you. I mean, for me, all this, it's like, what punishment, really, for me. Is this your idea of fun?
Some people would say it was like self-punishment, if you like. Almost like a cleansing.
Cleansing from what?
Well, from the violence. People say to me, you know, the war's finished, or the fighting's finished, or the violence finished, but it's never finished in your head. You know what I'm saying?
Now I understand why we're here. After Mo left the army, he still felt the need to put himself through similar situations he'd experienced in war. This meant going for long marches on his own in the woods with full kit. Mo's intention was to exercise his demons, but did it work?
So Mo, I mean, it's a tricky subject, really, but I mean, the idea of this post-traumatic stress disorder, you say it's something that you suffer from?
Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I mean, it's even just, you know, kind of.
It's an uncomfortable and awkward moment, so I try and lighten the mood.
You want to have a sausage? That'll liven you up.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry, you lost me there.
That was silly. That was silly.
I've touched the raw nerve and I'm a little worried for how Mo's feeling. But I have a more pressing concern. The beans have had an instant effect on me.
I'll tell you something though, Mo. I've got to have a shit. Not out of fear. Don't start thinking this out of fear.
No, it's necessity.
I'm due a pony. I just say in East London I'm due a pony. It's a bit embarrassing, I don't want to talk about it on this.
Can't wait till the morning, can you?
Not really, Mo, no. I'll just go and have a squat over there.
Well, yeah, you can have a squat over there, mate. But take that with you.
Oh, no, we've got to what?
We've got to wrap it up, mate. You've got to bring it, everything that comes out, goes back.
Oh.
You want me to hold your hand or anything?
No, you're all right, you're all right.
I'll give it a go. But I'm not having any joy.
Well, that was quick.
You know what it is, Mo? I don't think I can do this.
Fuck off.
No, it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing, right?
Yeah, come on, you can do it.
No, I've just had a little moment. I was over there.
No, you're all right.
I was taking my strides off.
Come on.
Right. And I was unravelling the cling film.
And
I thought, I can't be fucking ponying in a bit of cling film.
Why
Listen,
not?
if I was in a proper war situation I was doing, I totally understand what you're doing here because you're trying to give me an insight into what it would be like. I don't think I can have a shit in a bit of cling film.
You could if you tried.
No, but I can't do it, mate. I feel embarrassed because you took time out to take me out. You know, you got all the gear for me, but I can't fucking bring myself to do it. I can't do it. You know, and I'm
Mate, look, we'll have a kip. We'll have a little kip, mate.
That's the other thing. I know I was kipping out here. I don't fucking be fucked with it.
I'm disappointed.
I need to go home.
Fuck off. Look, it's a fucking lovely evening. Look, how could it be any better than this?
I've got to go make a call.
Danny, come on.
I've got to make a call, Mo.
Fuck you.
Honestly.
Get out of it.
No,
there's no signal.
No, I can get a signal.
You can't get a signal. You're going to leave me here?
No, I'll come.
You're going to leave me here?
I'll come back in a minute.
I'll fucking come and get you.
I'll make a phone call and I'll book myself a vehicle. I feel like I failed Mo's final test.
Right.
Yeah, mate, listen, I've got to go. Honestly, seriously, I have to go.
Mate, I was just winding you up.
I know you was winding me up.
I was just winding you up, mate.
Mate, I feel a bit embarrassed, so.
Nah, don't, mate, don't.
Got to shoot off.
Well, mate, you got to do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I'm staying put. I'm staying put. I'll see it through.
You're a good man. You're a gentleman.
No, pleasure. Good job. Take care.
Thanks. It's embarrassing, man. I just can't do it. I can't do it. I can't. Like, if you're in a real war situation, I can totally understand you ain't got a choice in the matter, but I could never, ever, ever understand what that man's been through.
In Britain, the rate of suicide and the number of war veterans going to prison is on the increase because men like Mo T come back home from the war zone and realise they've got another battle to fight in Civvy Street. This time it's a battle to keep their sanity. I think that Mo is winning his personal war. Through his martial arts, he's found a way of channeling his violence into a controlled discipline. Mo Teague is a lovely fella, and I warm to him and his family. It feels like I've made a new friend. I think he's mostly happy with his life, but a part of Mo will always remain just like the live grenade he keeps in his living room. A dangerous weapon that you won't want to be too close to if it goes off.
Bare-knuckle boxers, gangsters, drug dealers. I mean, you wouldn't want to stay around theirs, would you? Well, guess what? I got an invite. I'm moving in with some of the country's most dangerous men, so we can find out how they sleep at night. And judging by this mob, there's gonna be tears before bedtime.
Mixed martial arts is one of the fastest growing sports in the world. Better known as cage fighting, it's kicking boxing's butt. In the States, it smashed all the records for pay-per-view TV, generating more than $200 million in 1 year alone. And in the UK, I'm seeing this phenomenon get bigger by the day. Cage fighters are becoming the new stars of the fight game, and I want to know what it's all about. So I'm heading up to Huddersfield to spend a few days with two of the toughest in the country.
I am the best lightweight in the country!
Not only do they share a love for a battle, they share a birthday. In fact, they were born only 22 minutes apart. They're twins, Dave and Ian Butlin. In a couple of weeks' time, they're off to Japan to compete in the World Cup of Mixed Martial Arts. Ian is the fighter, and Dave is the coach.
Dig deep, everything you've got!
They are the driving force behind the first England team ever to compete in this competition. Of the 12 teams taking part, they are the underdogs. I want to find out what it takes to be the best in the country. And the only way to do this is to live their lives.
I'm going to spend 3 days with them. I'm going to eat with them. I'm going to train with them.
Keep it going!
I'm going to be sleeping under the same roof.
As well as being feared in the cage, they're notorious for their street battles. They've been arrested countless times.
They've always been known as fighters.
No one's going to fight me fist to fist and win. Me getting punched in the face is like you having a cup of tea.
I was just picking up bodies, dragging them out, while Ian and Dave were choking out people, elbowing people and still knocking people out.
You don't fuck about them, and you don't want to fuck about with a pair of them when they're together.
Will I discover what their lives are really like? Are they going to open up to me?
Will there be any connection between us whatsoever? These are the things I have to think about. You know? Worst case scenario is if I piss them off. Wish me luck.
They've asked me to meet them on the Yorkshire moors. It seems like a strange place to meet.
I've got to say I'm a little bit pissed off. I've been standing here for 3/4 of an hour. Still no cage fighters. But I'm ready for them. I'm ready for them. I ain't really, I'm freezing. Oh, hold on, I think I can see a bit of movement, I don't know. Oh no, one of them's got a gun. Oh no, what's happening here? Perhaps I won't knock them out then, perhaps I'll just have some stern words. Pleasure to meet you.
Ian.
Ian.
Dave.
Pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet
Well,
you.
I've got a shooter. I'm a bit worried here, son.
We're gonna go kill some stuff and then eat it later. That's what we do in the countryside. Let's go.
They're taking me hunting. They like to kill things. I don't. This should be interesting. I don't like the countryside, especially as I'm not properly equipped for it.
Fucking mud everywhere, shit everywhere, look. Fucking liberty, look.
I'm feeling like a bit of a spare part.
Whoa.
And I'm getting left behind. I'm wondering if I'm going to find out anything about these two at all.
So, boys, what is it you like about hunting? Just like the idea of it? Is it growing up in the countryside? What is it? Hey?
We started like going out catching rabbits with the ferrets and stuff when we were younger.
Yeah.
And like the buzz of your first catch and kill, we'll sit and wait for hours, sat in the rain. Do you know what I mean? If you get that one kill, it's worth it. Should we make a move further up that way? Yeah.
Are we off, yeah?
Yeah.
Strange way to do an interview. Because they're so focused on, you know, on shooting something. You know, they're so into it, they're banging, they love it. I can imagine them plotting up here on it, you know, just them two in the middle of nowhere. I mean, for me, that's my worst nightmare. I think he's seen something again. Here we go. They've seen a duck.
Eventually, I managed to catch up with Ian, a slightly less scary-looking one.
Who's the better shot?
Probably Dave.
Probably Dave.
If I'm honest, yeah.
He's a lot more serious than you, isn't he? I noticed that.
I just mess about.
Tries to keep you in check, does he?
Yeah, that's all our lives. That's pretty much been the way. Straight down this way.
Would you say was the better shot that I used to? Ian reckons it's him. That's what he said to me.
I don't need to answer that.
After 2 hours, they hadn't killed anything, and I hadn't found out much about them. But I had worked out that they have very different personalities.
I mean, they are near enough identical, but Dave, you know, he's very serious. Very rare you're going to get a smile out of him, whereas Ian's a total opposite. Ian's proper, you know, bubbly, you know, don't stop smiling. It's very, the contrast between them, you know, it couldn't be more opposite. So it's intrigued me. They're dying to shoot something, oh bless them. I'm over the moon, they never are. I'm over the moon.
I'm in Huddersfield to get up close and personal with two of England's best cage fighters, Dave and Ian Butlin. They are the driving force behind the England mixed martial arts team who will compete at the M1 Challenge in Japan in 2 weeks' time. So far, they've taken me hunting, and although they didn't say much,
I don't need to answer that.
I've learned that they are very different characters. Dave is the serious, silent one who keeps his older and livelier brother Ian in check.
I want to go to Huddersfield.
As they started telling me more about themselves, I discovered that being minor celebrities and local faces in Huddersfield means everyone wants to have a pop at them.
Fighting civilians, we call them civilians, people that are trained to fight what you'd call the hardest guy in the pub. Basically like shooting fish in a barrel, that's not even sport.
Everyone knows who Ian and Dave are, you know what I mean? You don't want to go and get on the wrong side of them.
You don't fuck about with them, and you don't want to fuck about with a pair of them when they're together.
They once even took on the local football firm.
HYC, they call them, so the Huddersfield Football Hooligans. Bunch of pussies. And we smashed them to pieces. Absolutely smashed them.
There were people getting choked out, people getting knocked out, elbows, knees. I'd say 11 to 12 people.
In Huddersfield, they're big fish in a little pond. But when they get to Japan, they're going to be little fish in a very big pond. This is the World Cup of Mixed Martial Arts, where 12 of the best countries compete against each other. The Butlin twins are ready to take on the world.
I want to go out there and prove to myself that I can beat the best guys in the world. I'm confident that we've got the team to win the whole competition. I wouldn't be in it if I didn't.
So where did it all begin?
I believe I was born a fighter. I just learned how to do it better. And I think Dave's the same. I've been hitting Ian since we could actually hit each other.
Ironically, for a pair who are usually trying to knock people's teeth out, they came from a family of dentists. And it was their parents who introduced them to fighting by sending them to martial arts classes.
Started off with judo, mainly because my parents didn't want us hitting each other. Maybe my parents were trying to stop us from doing something, but it actually created a monster.
Ian is the less disciplined twin, and it wasn't long before his love of fighting got out of control. When he was 16 years old, he was convicted of being involved in a fight with a fellow pupil who was stabbed with a knife. Ian was sent to a young offenders institution for 3 months, and Dave was asked to leave the school in case he intimidated a witness.
I was absent with the headmaster's permission so as not to intimidate witnesses.
Obviously it must have been bad for you, but just having him not around, not being able to, look out for him.
Kind of strange. Helpless.
I can tell that this had a big effect on the boys. I can only imagine what it must have been like to be separated for the first time in 16 years.
We are very close, so it's hard to be put away from my brother for so long. I wouldn't want it to happen again. I wouldn't want it to be took away where we were in that situation again. I would do everything in my powers for that not to happen.
They're not totally inseparable though. They do live apart. We're going to Ian's place, a 1-bedroom bachelor pad. It's a really smart gaff, apart from the front door, which has been kicked in.
What's all that about?
I'm surprised to be told it wasn't burglars, but the police.
Smashed the door with a battering ram.
I'm curious to know why.
They just came in mob-handed to prove a point because they're saying, oh, you're cage fighters. Police come steaming in. I've already got out of bed because I couldn't even go police, so I've gone down on my knees because I'm not fighting them. There's about 10 of them come in. I said, what are you arresting me for? We're arresting you for possession with intent to supply Class A drugs. We found a large quantity of white powder. Well, I'm not being funny, but I'm an athlete. I'm sponsored by a supplement company, and they found 3 kilos of creatine.
Okay.
Creatine is a bodybuilding supplement that Ian uses regularly as part of his training. He was taken to the police station for further questioning and held overnight, but no charges were brought against him. The boys revealed to me an interesting theory as to why the police raided the flat. Being a bit of a ladies' man, and sometimes with other people's ladies, causes Ian problems.
Ian can't keep his dick in his pants. There's people who've been annoyed that I might have been with a girlfriend or something, and I think they see a way of getting back at me. I can't beat him in a fight, so I'll just tell the police that he's done this, or do you know what I mean? I think there's a lot of that because there seems to be stuff when they've asked me about things, I'm thinking, where do you get your intelligence from? While I'm reading the Art of War and the 48 Laws of Power, Ian's reading The Art of Seduction and yet again improving on his pick-up techniques.
So he's got the manual, and I can see he's got the tools. There's about 300 quid's worth of skincare products, and being so artfully placed, I suspect this is no accident.
I think he suffers from a bit of OCD.
Danny, if I came in and I moved things like this, he does it to me all the time. Oh my God. He can't handle this.
He can't bear that.
Right.
Can't wait to get involved with this.
Put that back. While you're at the gym, we'll remind you about it.
It's funny. It's funny. He's got to do it. Look, he's got to.
I've seen for myself firsthand that Ian is the party boy of the pair. I wonder what Dave's place is like. We turn up at the house, and instead of bottles of moisturiser, it's kids. Dave has a 12-year-old stepson, Kane, a 6-year-old stepdaughter, Taylor, a 2-year-old son, Tyler, and 3-month-old Dee Dee. He lives with his partner of 2 years, Nicola.
Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. Beautiful kids you got there.
She's getting dinner ready.
What are you doing for me?
It's game.
What is it?
Pheasant, rabbit, it's game.
Oh, it's all that game, is it? We're in the game.
Pheasant, rabbit and...
Oh, lovely that, yeah, that's nice. So that's a right northern old dish, that, isn't it? Kids told her that, look.
Get on it.
I just wanted to know, really, what's it like being married to a twin?
It's all right, because I'm with a good one.
Is he the good one?
I'm with the good one, he's settled.
Just from sort of running around with them, that Ian would be the good one. I mean, Dave's got a bit of a bad look about him. He's
grumpy,
he looks a bit like...
grumpy.
It's hard to make him smile.
Yeah, he's a pussycat, really. Yeah. He's the better one, yeah.
I've got Dave all wrong. He might look scary, but he's really a family man with a softer side that I think he likes to keep hidden.
No, so you've got rabbit huts down there?
Yeah.
So you do like rabbits, then? All right, then we'll keep that low.
Me and my boys.
Beautiful pictures, there.
I can see that family is everything to Dave, but fighting used to be his greatest passion. He was feared in the cage and had a promising professional career ahead of him.
Dave was an up-and-coming fighter. He'd have been a brilliant fighter.
But a car accident finished his fight career. And it's obvious to me that it's killing him.
I have to sit every day and endure watching people do what I love to do, and I can't do it, so how much would you miss it?
Of course.
It's not good. It's devastating.
Being just a coach for the Big Japan Challenge means that Dave can join me for some rabbit stew.
Thank you very much. How do you eat it up north? Do you have a spoon or anything?
But Ian can't. Weight is a big issue for him, so he's on protein shakes to try and make his fight weight. Ian is under strict instructions not to go drinking, but I know Ian's a party boy, and I want to know what happens when he breaks the rules.
I've knocked him out before. That's what you mean. I bust my jaw and everything. Did I get my point across? I felt it the next day.
Ian had been on a 3-day bender, and Dave wasn't happy.
It looks bad that he's dragged me out of bed and broken my jaw, but he was frustrated. Really, that was just throwing my life away.
Lovely.
There's a lot more frustration from me if he goes out drinking and partying, and it's basically a slap in the face to me if he does that, which is why I get a slap in the face, he gets a left hook in the jaw. He eats soup, but hopefully he's learnt his lesson.
At first, it sounds like an extreme reaction from Dave, but I think in a bizarre way, it shows just how much he cares about his brother. Although not all brothers could get over such a violent incident.
I've got a brother, 18 months younger than me. If I was to break my brother's jaw, I don't think we'd ever speak again.
Pretty much most of it has been sick in that.
I feel that because Dave can't fight, he's got Ian doing his fighting for him.
Dig deep, everything you've got!
But Ian isn't the only one who fights for Dave. I've come to Quantum Gym where he coaches up-and-coming fighters. Dave is a highly respected coach and was selected to take charge of the England mixed martial arts team, which consists of 5 fighters in different weight classes. Ian is the lightweight. Before he began cage fighting professionally, Ian was a boxer with an impressive record, winning many local and international titles. But they both fell in love with cage fighting when they saw the Ultimate Fighting Championship, or the UFC, a no-holds-barred form of fighting with very few rules. It emerged from the States in the 90s and suited the Butlin twins to a T.
So we watched the Ultimate Fighting Championship and it's like everything together. I thought, well, this is fucking perfect. So we then used to get people around to our garage on a Friday night. All the kids in the area just used to fight each other. Used to whack each other and... Until one person gave up. Until one person quit.
From amateur cage fighters in their garage, they've now made it to the very top of their game.
Keep it going!
As Ian and the team prepare for the big fight in Japan, the training intensifies. And a key part of this is circuit training. a series of grueling exercises that Dave puts Ian through. To get some idea of what it's like, I'm going to give it a bash, starting off with this tyre.
Keep working, keep working.
Go to the bungee.
I've only just started, and already my whole body is in absolute agony.
Good. Come on, keep working.
This is not your average training programme. It was created by a Royal Marine, and it's designed to sort the men from the boys.
Come on, keep working. Go on, push it.
Fuck that.
You don't build them the same down south.
I've only done one circuit, but that was enough for me.
Oh man, fucking hell. That was fucking proper hard. On me rabbit, on me game. Oh man. It's embarrassing, man. That wasn't even like fucking 1% of what they put in there, and that's just fuck me. I'll give up smoking and boozing, is what I've got to do. Not nice when you've got a bit of rabbit coming out your fucking nose, I'll tell you that now.
Ian's just done the full circuit 5 times, but it's not over for him yet.
This is what makes you want to quit. This in the gym where you learn your heart and when you want to quit. When you see me in a minute, when I'm getting fresh opponents every minute for 3 5-minute rounds, with only 45 seconds rest, I'm stood in there, I'm going to be getting smashed. My face is going to look a fucking mess. I'm going to want to quit, and I'm not going to. It's going to be fucking
Ian, I'm with you, brother. Don't worry about that.
What's coming next is going to be horrible.
What's coming next for Ian is 5 different fighters who will take it in turn to fight him a minute each.
We're not making it easy for him.
He's about to get a battering. Dave has specially designed this punishing exercise to teach Ian that quitting is never an option.
Come on, let's go! Fight forward!
Fucking hell, man.
Come on, back to feet!
It's the idea of never giving up.
Keep fighting! Keep fighting!
Just keep getting up, keep getting up. No matter how fucked he is, he has to keep getting up. Get on with it, get on with it, get on with the job.
Come on, back to feet! Go!
It's getting pummeled. It's getting absolutely pummeled.
You've got, come on! Push it! Push it! Oh, finish strong! Finish strong! Good work!
Fuck me, man. Intense.
At the moment, Ian looks completely focused. He's put his usual partying lifestyle on hold. But I want to know how difficult it is for him to resist temptation.
Now, what would happen if me and you now was to go out on a 3-day bender and fuck everything up before you fight? What do you think you'd do?
Do you know how tempted I am?
Come on, mate, believe you me. You reckon? You think you'd lose the plot?
Yeah, he would be very pissed off because of the work he's putting on.
You need to have him round you, don't you?
Because otherwise I'll just go off the rails.
Yeah.
You just won't see me for days.
No, and I think he needs that in a relationship as well. He likes to look after you, doesn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, he's passionate about you.
He's in a position where he can't fight at the moment, and it must be frustrating for him. If it was me, if it was the other way around, I wouldn't be there helping him. I know that, and that's a bad thing to say. Really, I'd be out pie. I wouldn't be because I haven't got that. I haven't got that strong personality. He's got where he could, where I could. I'd just be out on a bender.
I can see that Ian has his faults, and he isn't afraid to admit to them. He reminds me a little bit of myself.
He's a bit of me. I can see his liability ways. I've got that about me. I have to rein it in and behave me fucking self. Have to, but I struggle with it. Just that I haven't got the twin. I haven't got the twin to fucking keep me in check, you know what I mean?
Keep it going!
I'm in Huddersfield, living and breathing the world of Dave and Ian Butlin.
You don't build them the same down south.
Twin brothers and two of the country's toughest cage fighters, who in a few weeks' time will be representing England in the World Championships of Mixed Martial Arts in Japan. I'm here to find out what it takes to be the best of the best in one of the world's fastest growing and toughest sports. It's my second day with him. So far I've learnt that Dave is the family man and Ian is the party boy.
I've been up for a little while and had a little shower. Made myself a nice cup of tea. He's only got soy milk though.
I'm getting a taste, literally, of the life of a professional fighter.
Fucking soy milk, it's fucking horrible.
As the big fight is just over a week away, Ian's life is revolving around training and his diet. He needs to be at 70 kilograms. As well as drinking moody milk to help shift the excess pounds, Ian has a strange weight loss ritual that I'm surprised to hear about.
Right, so, look, I don't want to be a bit weird and I've just walked in like having a bath. And how does this help you having a bath? What, you lose weight having a bath?
Yeah, well, I have a hot bath every morning anyway. My muscles are aching, obviously, from last night.
Yeah.
You know, got a little bit of...
That helps, yeah, I understand that,
so, but also I'll probably lose a little bit just from the heat.
Well, look, you do what you got to do, wash yourself. You know, I'm hoping that you're going to be all right so we can have a bit of breakfast.
Yeah, well, I'll give you a shout when I weigh in.
All right, kid. Liven yourself up.
He's desperately trying to shed the last few pounds to make his fight weight.
Okay. 79.7 kilos.
Which means?
Which means we're not having breakfast.
Oh, you're
Just
fucking
on a carb drink. Because I need to be 70 kilos.
You've got to be 70 kilos.
Yeah,
You're 79 now. You've got to lose, what, a stone? Stone and a half.
Yeah, 9 days we've got, haven't we?
Fucking hell, man.
To be honest, I'm shocked at the amount he has to lose. A stone and a half in just over a week. I've seen boxers that struggle to make the weight and lose too much too quickly. It's a far from an ideal way to go into battle. From the look of him, a couple of pounds are made up of ink.
What's all the tattoos all about? What do they mean?
And that on that arm is David.
Okay.
This one down the middle was I lost a lot of friends in a small space of time. I lost 6 friends in the space of about 8 weeks. So that means strength through loss.
Obviously, it's a big thing for you. You want to tell me a little bit about who you lost, how you lost them, or?
My uncle killed himself, so
right.
Like I actually saw him. I went into the house and saw him after he'd killed himself, and so that was like quite a big thing. And my friend died in a car crash. This was all in the space of a few weeks, you know.
Despite being around death, he has no fear of it.
Whatever will be. Things are going to happen, whatever. I believe in karma. I've done nasty stuff. I've never done a nasty thing to a nice person. I've said this to you before. And I think if I'm going to die, if it's my time, it's my time. If it's not, it's not. But I'm going to make sure that I've lived my life to the fullest. I'm not going to go... I'm not going to die having a wasted life.
Now I can understand why Ian parties so hard. Having lost so many loved ones, he's decided that he will now live each day as if it's his last.
People are going to remember me.
I can tell that Ian loves the notoriety that comes with being a professional fighter. He won 12 of his 16 bouts in his amateur boxing career, but hasn't done quite as well with his cage fighting career, winning 8 and losing 7 of his professional fights. But that hasn't knocked his confidence.
All those lightweights out there talking the shit, talking like they're the best lightweight in the country. I am the best lightweight in the country.
With Ian so far over his weight, I'm not sure we're going to be having a fry-up for breakfast.
What are you doing here then? What's this? Are you doing your carb drink?
Yeah, obviously it's all a little bit overweight, so...
This is it, this is all you can have?
This is all I'm going to have, I'm just going to have this. Now, and I'll have a little bit of water to take my pills that I'm going to have this morning.
Right. What sort of pills you got to take? Vitamins? Or
yeah, we've got them. Let's you want a couple of them then?
Yeah, go on, fuck it, I'll have a couple of them.
Right.
Fucking size of these pills here, look. Any order you take them in, or?
Nah, just get them down yourself.
Just whack them down, yeah.
There we go.
God, they're monsters, them. So what we're going to do today?
Right,
we're going to have a nice day just laying in a hammock.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. We're just going to go up to these. There's a few stairs that I run up and down.
There's a few stairs you run up and down. Right,
I'll
okay, let's fucking do it.
Let's go.
do it.
Come in, boy.
A couple of stairs. That doesn't sound too bad. But we are talking about something that Rocky might want to swerve. The 220 steps, which Ian goes up and down 12 times, are all about training him mentally.
Got to hit every single step. I think there's about 220. So we've got to hit every step from right at the bottom all the way up.
So I love the idea of this prehistoric fucking train.
It's nice. This is
old school, isn't it?
Yeah, this is like Rocky shit.
Don't cost fuck all.
Nah.
But yet you're doing, you know, as much.
And it's nice for me to get out of the gym and do something.
Right, let's walk down then first. Do you jog down or do you walk?
Nah, we walked down the first time.
Thank fuck for that.
Walking down these steps is hard enough. I'm not looking forward to running back up them.
This is the start.
This is the start.
Oh. Fucking hell.
You cool?
Right, go on, kids.
We can do this. We can do this. Let's go.
Go on, crack on. I'm up your arse.
My legs are burning. They feel like they're on fire. Fuck. I thought I'd reach the top, but I'm only halfway.
Fucking hell. I can't fucking do it. I can't get up there. I can't do it. Fucking hell. Ah.
Tough on the old thighs.
It's the legs, isn't it?
The legs.
Fucking hell.
So this is not so much cardio as legs.
It's all there, isn't it?
All in your thighs, yeah. It's a fucking, it's like an endurance test.
If I started it, I thought...
Have to get back down, do another.
Crack on, kid. You do. I started it. I thought... This ain't that bad. It's a piece of piss. Oh, fucking hell. That was pain. That was pain. Yeah, I can't deal with it, you know, mentally, obviously, I'm not as strong as I thought I was. Off he goes again. It's torture, it's like torturing yourself. So you can give up whenever you want, you can stop whenever you want, you ain't got a gun to your head, there's no one forcing you to do it, this is off his own bat. And you can tell he's in fucking pain. But to be fair, if you can do that 12 times, you get in the ring, you're going to feel invincible. There's nothing you're going to fear.
For Ian, total mental preparation is the key. And this means banishing all fear from his mind, no matter what that might be. One of Ian's irrational fears was of heights.
Yeah, I don't know where it came from, but for some reason I just started getting funny with heights. Like to confront things, like to hit things straight on, you probably realise. So if I can get in front of like the world on TV and fight in Japan, why can't I jump off a platform?
Well, I'm going to be straight with you now. I used to, you know, I used to go holiday in Cornwall, things like that, and I'll jump off cliffs and things, and I had no fear. As I've got older, I don't know whether it's you get older, you just, you have that thing of where you're not actually invincible, and you can actually die.
Now I've got a fear of heights too, so Ian wants me to experience what he went through. So I'm going to try and jump off a 10-metre platform. I'm introduced to Ian's friend, Les Allen, who's been helping him to conquer his fear of heights.
Danny Dyer, Les Allen.
Pleasure to meet you, brother. Pleasure, man. I'm ready for this, I think.
Yeah?
Nah, because no. That'd be ridiculous.
The nerves are starting to kick in now, but I've come this far and I can't back down. As soon as I see it, I knew exactly how Ian felt.
No way.
The boys are going to ease me into it by starting me off on the 5-metre board. That wasn't too bad, but I'm not feeling as confident about the 10-metre board.
So you're just going to go off?
No, I mean, my way is flipping forward or anything like that.
Nah, you'll be all right. Just stay looking forward like that. You're going to be totally fine. I'm going.
Okay, kid.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely bricking it.
I'll do it, I will do it, I will do it.
For each your own, for every man a religion.
Fucking hell.
Oh, I've done it, fucking done it, yes.
Good work, that's fucking good.
Oh,
First goal,
conquered
straight off
fear
10,
there, mate.
conquer the fear.
Conquer the fear there, mate.
Yeah,
horrible.
that's something else we've achieved.
I can see why Ian wanted to overcome his fears. Now that I've conquered my own, I feel invincible.
Listen, you know what, this is all it is. It's your brain just going, you know...
With everything like this, it's just
It's
mental.
your brain,
It's
it's
mental,
just
like I
your
said. Running up them stairs, getting in that cage, everything. It's all in your head. It's just having that mental strength. We did it.
It is a nice feeling to feel I've done it. I mean, there was a moment when I just thought I can't do it. I can't actually physically bring myself to do it. Anyway, on a lighter note, I thought I'd bring my little pink number out today. You know what I mean? See, it's all a myth, all this Danny Dyer hard man bollocks. And I'm a very feminine fucking fella.
I'm feeling good after the jump, and it's given me some idea of how it's helped Ian's mindset. But it doesn't matter where your head is at if you haven't got the physical strength. The fight is now only 10 days away, and it's Dave's job to fine-tune Ian's fight skills in preparation for the M1 challenge. Ian's going to step into the cage for one last round of sparring, but this time it's against his ultimate opponent, his twin.
It's always quite a weird thing to watch two brothers go at it, you know? Dave's quite ruthless, and it's going to be interesting to see, you know, just how hard he is on Ian.
Perfectly matched in size, Ian couldn't ask for a better sparring partner.
Regards sparring, it's ideal with us being pretty much equal size.
Fucking hell.
How hard will Dave push his brother?
If we're going to be really honest about it, Dave doesn't drink and lives a clean lifestyle. Whereas I party between my fights. So Dave's physically in good condition all year round, whereas you can catch me on an off day.
Ian says he's the best lightweight in the country, but I'm not sure if he's even the best lightweight in his family.
I think Dave's a stronger, better fighter, yeah.
Get hold of that.
Do you remember this one now?
Yeah, I remember it now.
Good to see the banter between you and all, because it's obviously a little
Yeah,
banter.
while we're whacking
little
each
wink,
other.
little wink, little smile. No, it's good. It's a cheeky one there.
I'm pretty sure Bruce Lee said never take your eyes off your opponent. Even when you're talking to Danny Dyer.
It just looks so wrong because they're twins. But it ain't, you know what I mean? They're doing it for the right reasons. You know, he's going to Japan next week. He's going to get in a ring with a Japanese fighter who's going to be strong, mentally strong. And, you know, there's no better way to deal with it, I suppose, than being inside on the job, you know?
I know what they're like in the cage, but I also want to know about their life outside the cage. And as we talk about this over dinner, they make a stunning revelation.
Both of us, at some point, have looked down the barrel of a gun, which is unnerving, to say the least. But I've actually been shot easily, which put me out of fighting for a good.
Ian's been shot.
Where was he recovering? I was shot. It went into my hand there. It came out my hand there.
I was actually on the phone and I've turned around like that and it's gone through there. The guy was aiming for my head.
They weren't prepared to tell me who shot them. But I wonder if it could happen again. I get the sense that whatever these two have got up to in the past, that's where they want it to stay. My journey into the mind of Britain's toughest twins is drawing to a close. Dave and Ian Butlin have been training hard for the biggest event in their cage fighting careers, the M1 challenge in Japan. And in the 3 days I've spent with him, I've been pushed to my absolute limits, physically and mentally, to get some idea of what it takes to be a top cage fighter. But I'm worried about Ian's fight preparation. He's got almost a stone to lose to make his fight weight. In a last-ditch effort, he's spending up to 5 hours a day trying to sweat it off in a 110-degree sauna.
I'm about to go and get in the sauna, and I'm not a big fan of the saunas. I hate saunas. I hate them. It just don't suit me. Heat, constant heat.
Even if he loses the weight, I don't think he's going to be in a good condition to fight.
Obviously, you know what you're doing. This ain't your first fight, but I mean, is there any chance that that it could affect your performance just because of them? So them last 24 hours of that manic, just trying to get that weight off.
It can give you that advantage, but if you take it a step too far, it can also be a disadvantage. It's a fine balance.
So what happens if you don't make the weight?
If you don't make the weight, you don't fight.
You just don't fight. That's it. End of.
A week later, and Ian's getting ready to fly out to Japan, and the extreme diet and exercise regime seems to be affecting his mind.
I'm as prepared as you possibly can be, really. The main thing for me now is to get the weight off, which is why I'm a little bit slow, 'cause I've been dieting for days.
Tokyo's Diffa Araki Arena is the location for the toughest fight of the Butlin twins' lives. Team England, led by Dave, will fight against 12 different countries, and Japan is the first stop of a year-long challenge. It's the first time England have sent a team to compete, so they're keen to make their mark. The news from Ian's weigh-in isn't good. Because of the 12-hour flight, his body has retained water and he's still a stone over his fight weight.
It was probably the most depressed I've ever felt when I stood on the scales. But there's no way I was going to give up. I was going to make weight. You know, I'd never quit, but it wasn't very nice.
After 2 days of not eating and almost constant saunas, Ian has managed to make his weight, and the day of the fight has arrived. Months of intense training has brought them to this moment. Ian's opponent from Japan is Luis Andrade. They are the same weight, but Andrade is a more experienced fighter. He's also 6 years younger and 2 inches taller. Ian prefers a stand-up fight, and he's off to a strong start. But it isn't long before he's taken to the ground. He's going to need a lot of strength to get back up again.
Andrade has achieved full mount, Jimmy.
For just over 2 minutes, Andrade dominates Ian on the ground and batters him.
Andrade letting go with the punches.
Ian desperately tries to break out of the hold, but he's just not strong enough. Andrade eventually gets him in a decisive hold, and Ian is forced to submit. The fight is over.
All the training I'd done, all the hard work, everything, all goes to nothing because I just had no energy in me. But that was my fault. I messed up the weight cut. So when he got the weight off, I don't know how much effect that had on the fight. And I wouldn't want to make excuses. I think his opponent was a good, strong guy, and he beat him fair and square.
Ian lost his fight, but for Dave as team coach, Japan was a success, with 4 out of his 5 fighters winning their bouts.
We went over there as the underdogs and we've won 4-1, so that puts us top of the table, so it's a good result all around. He's brought an English team over to beat Japan on the home soil, so it's brilliant for him. And moving on to America, we're just going to repeat that performance, but obviously mine's going to be better.
Ian has got another chance to prove that he can do it. He's back in the gym and training hard for the next fight. Dave, as usual, is right by his side, driving him on.
Keep fighting! Keep fighting!
It's been a unique journey into 2 very different minds. The childhood battles have been left behind, and now one twin fights for the other around the world. But the psychological struggle between them will rage on forever.
This goes out to all the South London boys, living it up, living like kings in a concrete jungle. Respect to anyone who's lost their lives on the streets. Respect to anyone who's living dangerously.
PDC.